Neighbors in Aiken County are being asked to evacuate as crews respond to brush fires. One is near Holland Road and Glass Rope Lane. There's also a second near Vaucluse Road. And at this time, there's no need for anyone to evacuate from that particular fire. However, that is not the case where your Kennedy Payne is live near Glass Rope Lane. Here now with an official from the Aiken County Sheriff's Office. And Kennedy, what information with this official can you give us at this time?
Yeah, I'm actually going to let him answer some of these questions that we have. And some of the main concerns, of course, are these evacuations and some of these safety concerns that we have. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on evacuation-wise?
Yeah, so we evacuated Glass Rope Lane, that entire road off New Holland Road due to the brush fire, large brush fire, roughly 30 to 40 acres in size at this point. After talking to the fire department, those residents have been asked to evacuate, and there's a shelter location at the Couchner Baptist Church where they can go to.
Do we have any structures right now? I mean, this is 30, 40 acres. Is there anything, homes, anything that's being affected?
No homes have been affected at this time. The fire department is doing a good job. State Forester's out doing a break around the fire or a plow around the fire, and then structure protection at this point.
When did this all start? Do we know what started as well?
No idea what started. Roughly after 2:00 p.m. was when the call came in, and they got here and started, with the winds and everything, noticed the size of the fire. They started calling in extra resources.
Yeah, so I mean, it is very windy out here. So is that something that's posing?
Yeah, it could definitely pose a danger. You don't want it to jump a fire break. The sheriff's office is providing traffic control, all the intersections up here, blocking the roads off, so fire crews can get in and out and do their job.
Yeah, can you explain to some of our viewers the importance of this mandatory evacuation? Whether or not you live on this road, it's really not safe for you to be down there.
No, once the evacuation comes out, we put it out through a code red. That means to get everybody out the house in case the fire, with the wind blowing the fire, pushing the fire in that direction. We want to make sure people's safety is utmost importance. To get out of their houses, and let the fire department do their job if it was to get to a structure.
Yeah, and so right now you said there's no structures, no homes. Are there a lot of homes in the area that y'all are worried about it spreading? Or?
There are. I mean, their homes they're pretty spread far apart. But the main goal of the evacuation was to get people out of those houses in case the fire got to that area. We won't want anybody in danger as far as that goes. So to get them out of there.
And do you have an update at all on the fire, what it's looking like? Are we close to it being out?
So the fire department, they're trying to do a plow around the entire perimeter of the fire. And once they do that, everything will be contained within that perimeter. And then it's just of watching, make sure it doesn't jump the break, and then protect the structures if need be. So.
And how long have you guys been out here? How long do you guys plan to be out here?
Don't know how long we're going to be out here. The fire department, State Forester is still working. The sheriff's office is going to be here blocking these streets as long as they need us to stay here. We got out here a little after 2:00, like I said earlier, so not sure how long we're going to be out here though.
Yeah, and last question, kind of what's the main thing that people, especially who live in this area, need to know right now? What is some tips that they just need to take into consideration? Yeah,
just to avoid the area. There's a lot of fire crews out here, sheriff's office personnel blocking these intersections. So we want people just to avoid the area at all possible, just so everybody can do their work. And we don't cause any accidents. So just to avoid the area is the main concern at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, thank you so much.
You.
And he's given us great information, guys. Again, if you do live in this area, there are mandatory evacuations. It is a code red. Make sure that you keep yourself safe. We did list all of those roads, and we are here right now on New Holland and Cooks Bridge Road. They're not letting anyone pass there. Again, regardless of whether or not you live on this road, you cannot go past it. So just make sure that you can take that in consideration, especially if you're getting off work and you don't really know what's going on. But again, some of these people, we were talking about this earlier, don't necessarily know what's happening. So when they roll up to these deputies, they're still trying to figure out what, if maybe their house is nearby, they don't really know. So again, just trying to get that information out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kennedy, for folks just getting a hold of this information on their way home, maybe, from picking up the kids from school, trying to get home and get into their early evening activities. They're not going to have access to their homes for a while. And I was hoping maybe the official could give a time, but I guess with a wildfire and containment, there's really no set time as to when it will be safe enough for folks to access their homes again for now.
Yeah, I think it's really just hanging on, making sure that you're listening to these emergency crews and making sure that you're listening to all of the information they give you. Because again, putting out a brush fire like this, again, with the wind, it's very unpredictable. We don't know, like you said, the time or when they're going to be able to get back down these roads.
For sure. All right, Kennedy, we thank you so much for your reporting, your information this afternoon. I'm sure you'll keep on top of this for us. And with that, let's bring in